Hey guys, it's Friday, 21st of August, and I'm back with my Friday midnight blog with the events that has been happening in and around Australia for the past week or so. Let's get into it. So, Victorians woke up to a better news this morning. Victoria recorded 179 cases overnight, which is the lowest in 5 weeks, which is a fantastic news. And also, the weekly average is going to look much better at the end of this week. The first week of August, we had a weekly average of 500 cases. So this week, it's going to be much lesser. So what we are seeing here is the stage 4 restrictions and the mandatory face mask wearing. It's been working, and then the cases are trending downwards, which is a great news. So, and the even better news here is the 179 cases that we recorded overnight is from a week ago, because it takes the public health officials a week to get the test results and also to collate the test results and announce it to public. So the numbers that we are getting now is from the early stages of stage 4 lockdown restrictions. So from next week onwards, we will see the real result of the current restrictions that has been put in place. But sadly, overnight we had 9 people passing away, mostly in our aged care. Our elderlies in the 80s and 90s. So we lost 9 of them, which is a sad news. But then hopefully we can bring that number down, as well as the number of coronavirus cases go down. We can also bring down, hopefully, the number of deaths in the state. But it's too early to take a victory lap, because the daily cases, as I said before, doesn't give a full picture. You have to look at the weekly average, but the weekly average would look much better this week. But then we have to give it another couple of weeks to see the weekly averages trend trend downwards. So. And also, there is something called a ref number. If you ask me what a ref number is a representation of infection in the community by someone who has COVID-19. Say, for example, if the ref number is 2, so that means every COVID positive person out there is spreading the virus to 2 other person in the community. So this number was close to 2 in July. Today, this ref number is below 1. So this is a great news again, which means that every positive COVID person out there is only spreading this virus to less than 1 person in the community. So what we have to do now is to drive this number down to as close as 0 as possible, which means that we can get rid of this virus from the community completely. So the numbers are looking better, which is a great news for the Victorians. So we have to keep doing the right thing. Across the country, New South Wales recorded just 1 case overnight from 25,000 plus tests, which is fantastic. A lot of tests for just 1 positive coronavirus case, so which is great news for the New South Wales people. But the concerning news is coming from the north of Australia, from Queensland, where 1 person working in a youth detention center in Brisbane, I think, tested positive. It's concerning because this has come out of nowhere, and also there are hundreds of children in that detention center. So we have to wait and see how many children in the detention center have been infected by this virus. So that is concerning. But the rest of Australia, the remaining states, have recorded 0 cases overnight, which is a great news again. So hopefully Victoria will catch up with the remaining states. So people have already started talking about easing the stage 4 lockdown restrictions. Look, it's not a bad thing to start this conversation now, as our Premier Daniel Andrews said. But then, as I said before, we have to look into 2 main numbers, which is the weekly average and also the ref number. So if these 2 numbers keep trending down, there is no reason why we won't come out of stage 4 lockdown restrictions on 13th of September, because the current restrictions, the current state of play expires on 13th of September. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. And across the country, across the seas, there is an interesting news developing from our neighboring country, PNG, Papua New Guinea. So China China's state company owns a mine in Papua New Guinea. That mine is called Ramu Nickel. So what happened last week was China sent 48 employees from China to PNG to work in the mines. But the Chinese officials, before they sent the 48 employees to Papua New Guinea, the Chinese officials informed their PNG counterparts not to test, or informing them that if these 48 employees get tested, they might, for COVID, they might get a positive result because they have been administered, or they have been given a COVID vaccine, which is a very interesting news because the PNG officials had no idea that, or the world didn't have any idea that China has come up with a COVID vaccine. So the PNG police commissioner, David Manning, has stopped that flight from entering PNG. So, and the PNG government has also asked the Chinese embassy to provide an explanation what's happening here, because the PNG government has made it clear that they are not going to take any risk, and they're not going to accept any vaccination which is not approved by the World Health Organization. So this is an interesting development, that China has come up with a vaccine and it has administered those vaccine for its state-owned employees in the state-owned company. So it's an interesting development. We have to wait and see what's going to happen there. Back to Victoria. See, guys, so we are actually trending in the right path. So if we keep doing the right thing, I'm super confident that in 3-4 weeks time, we will be in a much better position compared to today. So we are seeing the results of stage 4 lockdown restrictions and mandatory face mask and everything. And if we keep doing the right thing, these cases will keep trending down. So that's what we should be hoping for. That's what we should be doing as well. So thank you so much for everyone who is doing the right thing. And I will see you next time. Thank you.